Okay, everybody, welcome to Coding with Stefan. What we're going to do today is you're going to help me with a task I have to do for my students. I'm going to create a web API, and my web API will be there will be a database with some persons. However, I need to insert some valid person data into the database. So what we're going to do today is we're going to we're going to fetch some person data from via REST API. So this will be we will talk about integrations. I mean, integration is about fetching data from another system. But of course, we could also be sending. So in this example, we're gonna say we need to create some dummy persons in a list. So say we need to have a list of hundreds of persons in list. So it will be like this. There will be a hard-coded list because maybe the database isn't implemented yet or something. So we simply need a list of, say, 100 of these. I mean, it's clear it will be a lot more fun if the data is valid. I mean, Vellinge is a city in Sweden. It could, I mean, we could just fill it with some random characters, but it won't be as fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to, there are a lot of websites which can randomize. Let me see, here we are, which we can use to get some, I mean, fake persons. So we're going to use Swedish names and Swedish, Swedish addresses and so on. And we can set, do we want a male or female? I think we should use random. And each time we click on the button, we get a new person. So this is Karin Johansson. She's 43 years old. One more. Anniki. One more. Helny. That's a really strange person, but whatever. Sara. A lot of females, I don't know why. Sigurd is a male. Okay. We can, I mean, this will be very tedious for us. I mean, we could copy and paste and like this, and it will take a lot of time. We will get some decent data out of it, but it will take a lot of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to fetch this website, so to speak, automatically in a while loop using C#. And I mean, look at that API. So I happen to know that all we need to do is add api.namefake.com, and then every time we call this this site like this, we get a new person. And as you can see, we don't get the HTML, but we do get, I mean, to be in a format I think you probably know about. It's Json. So let's do it one more time. We have Anne-Marie. So let's just copy this text. Okay, so we get the JSON text, and we copy into this website here. This is jsonviewer.stack.hu. So I mean, we could paste JSON code, and when clicking on that tab viewer, we do get a object type representation. So we can see this is pretty much what we're looking for. So what we're going to do is we're going to use C# to repeatedly call this URL, and we're going to convert it to an person, actually. Okay, so let's start by yeah. There is a class called web client, and the web client has a function called download string. And into that, we just say the web address. So this web client will actually kind of, I don't know if I should say fake, because it's not fake. It's a real web client. I mean, we will do exactly what Chrome is doing each time Chrome or whatever web browser you're using. Each time you're fetching a website, there is a call to the server, and what we get back is text, and the text could be, I mean, it could be like okay, let's do another one. Let's why can't I view source? Okay, let's do this instead. I mean the text we get for a website typically is HTML. Here we get web, and HTTP is so primitive. It's so simple. Those protocols are really simple. I mean, it's just text floating back and forth. So we do get a string here. Like this. Let's just start here. Okay. Okay, and you can see what we received is the JSON text. So I mean, this is great news. Now what we can do is we want to do it like 100 times. Like so. And here we're gonna convert JSON string to person, because that's the class, right? Okay. So how are we gonna? What are we gonna do with the JSON? We're not gonna do anything. We're gonna let someone else do all the job. So let's install a Nuget package. It's I'm not sure. I think it's the most popular Nuget package ever. I mean, it has almost 1 billion downloads, 840 million. So I mean, it's what we're doing here is really useful, and I mean, we're not alone. Okay, we installed it, and what we're gonna do now is, the problem is, first of all, let's have a quick look on this class. So say personal number, name, street address, postal. Let's have a look at the okay, we're here. I mean, we're kind of getting what we want, but not exactly. I mean, the name, that's perfect. Address is not perfect, because here we can see actually this part and this part is the street address, and here comes postal code, and after postal code is a city. So we need to parse that somehow. We also, I mean, the birth data, we need to modify that as well, because we want it in Swedish format. So I mean, we're only getting these. So therefore, and I'm gonna copy and paste from another project. I've done this before, you know. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the JSON and move it into an object which perfectly maps the JSON, and from there we could transform from here into this object. Okay, so back to JSON. So we want name fake person, right? We want to deserialize. We want to deserialize the string, the JSON string, into an object of type name fake person. And this will just work by conventions. I mean, JSON convert is so smart. It will parse the JSON. Actually, I mean, it will parse this, and it will automatically map. I mean, there is a property called name here, and since we have a property with the same name here, it will automatically map the data. So it's convention based and doesn't care about upper. So let's do it again. And now we can see perfect. So we got a phone number, we got an email domain, we got both data, we got the name, and we got the address. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert that name, that name fake person object, or we're gonna convert to a person object. So I'm gonna create a function doing that. Okay, and this will be a person. And actually, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just copy and paste a lot of. Actually, I'm gonna copy and paste all this because it's out of scope for this. Like this. For this video, it's out of scope. But what we're doing is Okay, so this is for another project I did. Postal code, street address, and person. Okay, so don't care about the details. What we do is we run it, and you will see that from that this name fake person, which are address like this, name, birth data is only, I mean the date. Then when we look at the person, because we took the name fake person, converted it, and we did that by going through a lot of, you know, transformations and such. And now we have a person with, and it's looking good, city, the email, it's looking good. She's a female, that's right. And I mean, we have added the 4 last numbers in the personal number, phone, postal code, street address. So everything is looking fine now. I will add the link to my GitHub repository, of course, in the description, so you will be able to look at this code if you're interested. Okay, so fetching some data. We're gonna write it to, actually I'm gonna write it to a file. So what we do is we open a file. So it should be like this. We open a file. Actually, we open a stream writer, but I mean it's a file, and we say we open it in append mode. So I mean we will for each row we will append. So this means we could run it, and then the next time we run it we could add even more to the file, even more persons. So I mean we could end up with many thousands of fake persons in this file. Okay. So writing to CSV. I mean it feels really simple, doesn't it? I mean it's comma separated. So all we need to do is take the person dot name, comma, person dot city, and so on and so on and so on. The problem is this will work most of the time until you have a city, or you have a name, or you have a property which includes a comma. So once again, we're silly to write this kind of code ourselves. Instead, we're gonna add another Nuget package. So we're gonna use and if I was saying Newtonsoft is a package to use when using Json. CSV, I have always used this one, but I mean it's not that often I use CSV, so I have no idea if this is the best one. But it's okay for me typically. So what we can do in this using is we have another using. Actually, we don't need this, but okay. Okay, and here's the beauty. What we do here is just write record. So using reflection, the CSV writer is able to find all the public properties and serialize all the properties out of this file. Then we do a flash. Then I think we need to do a new line. At least I did that in the project I was copying code from. So maybe okay. And just to be nice, let's add a sleep so we don't. I mean, and we could do some. Let's say 10 of them. Okay, so let's run it. I think it will work. Okay, so this one, that's just from the test, you know. Yes. Okay, it's done. Okay. So let's see if we have a file. Okay, we do have a file. And that file is looking pretty good, I think. And now the beauty is we could just run it again and again and again and again. Okay, so does this really help us? Yeah, in a way, because what I want to show you now is, okay, because I said, actually we want this inside our program, because we were saying that the database is not completed yet, so we're just hard coding some data. All right. So I mean, we could it's not that hard to, I mean, read from the CsvHelper. We could read also, but I want to show you another way, and it's actually really cool. I want to show you a tool called Nimble Text. It's a website. So this is from another. Let's copy and paste these ones. Okay, so this website is a text transformation tool. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, it do take some input and it produces some output. And how does it produce the output? It's using this pattern, and it's applying this pattern to each and every row. So I mean, we do have 10 rows here. We will get 10 rows here. So for each row found here, it will apply this pattern, and it will replace using just index number. So okay, actually this is wrong. Let's do it like this. So here I used this just for an SQL insert. So insert into person, and in this place, number, and we're C# programmers. We start counting at 0, 0, 1, 2. Sorry. Oh, what did I do? 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mean, it's, as you can see, by default it's using the comma, so CSV is fine, but you can use other separators as well. So I mean, it's so handy, and as you can see now, we I mean, in the blink we got 10 inserts, and I mean we could use hundreds of rows here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this as a pattern. Okay, and the city will be I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. What did I do? I'm not sure, but let's say 5. No, 4. 4. Okay. So as you can see, now we have the city, and that was why isn't it working? That was 5. No, it was actually it's like 6. Yes. The street address 012, I think. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? I mean, we do have this column here. We still want the enum prefix. So what we do is just send. Yes. So as you can see, gender.male, gender.female. I mean, we can. It's just replacing text. So it's so simple. And let's do 1, 0, and 4. No, 3. No, sorry. 5. And postal, there will be just like this. Okay. So as you can see, by using this as a pattern template, the pattern is applied to each and every of these, and it's the output is I mean 1 for each row here. So it's a really nice tool. And now we do like this. Okay. And here we go. All right, now it's fetching again. Okay, it's fetching 10 more, but that's fine. I mean, it will just append to the file. But as you can see, this is I mean, maybe not the best way to solve this particular. Okay, it's luck maybe. Maybe not the most efficient way, but what I wanted to show you is, if you know the tools, I mean, fetching data from a website or I mean a web service, what we get is text. We could transform that text into an object. Very easy if it happens to be JSON. And adding to CSV file. Remember to never write such code yourself. Always use Nuget packages. I mean, doesn't matter if you're convinced it's so easy to do. You will end up coding some bugs. It always happens. But we use this one, as you can see, really easy. And the last thing we did was and one of the coolest, I think. I mean, this is one of the coolest tools because it's so versatile. You could use it for, I mean, generating code or generating SQL. So as long as you use, I mean, data in some column and row separated way, you will be able to transform it into whatever you want. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time.